we have a wonderful comedian. I'm very excited to announce we've got Liz Petrova.
Yeah, Liz.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Arlene. Really glad to be in the studio, but I do have a confession to make. I'm only here because I ran out of toilet paper at home. Depressed me. It was like that role ran out on me just like my dad. By the name, you can probably tell I am Russian, so you'd think I'd be really, really good at online dating. It's not the case. Likely because I have the body of Macaulay Culkin. And I'm home alone too, all the time. I don't get too down about it though. I have a dog, gives me lots of love, and I let my dog sleep with me because even though I've given up on having a boyfriend, I still really enjoy the sound of panting in bed. Brings me right back. Yes. In fact, I've been single so long, guys, I've started drunk dialing my own parents. Calling them up. I'm like, hey, I know it's late, but can I come over? I mentioned I was Russian earlier. Growing up as an immigrant was really, really tough, not fitting in, and my parents were kind of clueless. Let me illustrate. First day of school, all the kids had, normal, cool lunch boxes, and my mom packed mine in a purple Crown Royal bag. So I showed up to grade 3 like a young pimp.
She's funny.
What's even better is she embroidered my name on it, so the Canadian kids wouldn't steal it. It's good stuff. I have some good news. I got a new job recently. I work in fundraising, and it's the first time that my stepdad was really proud of me. He called me up and he just said, I think you do really, really well in this job. I know you'll make a talented fundraiser because all those years of practice asking me for money. Guys, I'm on my roommate's last pair of socks today. She went on a trip recently and left me home alone. Thank you for panning to my socks. She left me alone with ample time to make the most amazing homeless man's Pinterest board out of our apartment. Looks great. Anyway, I believe that's my time. Thank you again for having me.
Hey.
That was great.
Thank you.
How long have you been telling jokes for?
You know what? Not too long, just a year and a half.
You're really good at it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Is it something that you've always wanted to do, or something that kind of fell into your lap?
Fell into my lap,
Yeah.
more so. I mean, I've always loved comedy, but I didn't have the courage to do it until about a year and a half ago.
What made you decide to step on stage to do it?
Good question. I don't know. Just woke up one day and thought I would try it.
Wow.
No reason at all.
And how did you feel after you did it?
I felt great. I felt elated.
Right.
I probably bombed, but I had no idea because I was having such an out-of-body experience,
Yeah. Do you remember when it was? Where you performed first?
Yeah, it was at an open mic at a place called the Ossington in Toronto. And,
Right.
It's a great open mic. It's still running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And was it something that you heard about, or do you have friends in the I'm just really curious about your journey. Was it something that you heard through, other comedians, or was it something that you found online, or?
Well, the very first open mic I found online,
Yeah.
but there's a huge community. For the most part, it's very supportive.
Right.
I found a lot of friends in it. And, there's a Facebook group like there is for anything else, and all the stuff gets announced there. And
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always curious how comedians get their material. You must have tons of different stories, especially, it sounds like you get a lot of influence from your parents.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is there, when things are going down, is it kind of like, oh, this is going to be a great joke?
Oh,
is that
totally.
something that you think of?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's whatever's lying on the floor of your life, kind of. But also, yeah, it's a way of looking at the not so great things in a funny light. Mm-hmm.
Cool. What's your most recent mishap that created a really funny story?
A mishap.
Or something like...
You know what? A lot of my terrible dates make it into my comedy, which I didn't, perform today, but... and they're usually mishaps.
I know. I'm like, I don't usually
All
say
of my
mishap, but
dates
I'm trying
are
not to
mishaps.
like. Do you do the online dating thing?
I did for a while.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of well-meaning friends are, have taken upon themselves to set me up. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I'm on the blind date portion of things.
That's awesome. That must be fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
We have about 30 seconds left. Do you have a show that's coming up that you can, or anything that you want to plug?
You know what? No. Just thank you again for having me.
No
This
problem.
was awesome, and it's a great show. I watch it all the time.
Oh, cool. Thanks. And you're actually going to join us for our next segment
Yes.
for a game,
Yeah.
which is going to be a lot of fun. Please stay tuned. Jennifer Tarenta joins us with Liz Petrova.
Cool.